All right, well, it's been a while since I've done a YouTube video, and I figured now's a better time than any. Just to get everybody up to speed, I don't know if I've mentioned this on YouTube yet, but I did file a lawsuit against my delegate, Bill Wiley, and his legislative assistant, Susan Shick, for civil rights violations. The reason why I mention that is because today we're going to talk about Susan Shick. She contacted the sheriff's department about me, so I've got a call to dispatch. I've got 2 event log reports, one of which is on the screen, and then I've got some body cam footage. So Susan Shick is upset that I obtain public record by means of FOIA requests, and she's alleging I'm harassing, stalking, and attacking her, that I am engaging in defamation of character. She also includes that I'm altering documents, specifically the one that's on the screen right here. She's claiming that I've altered this, which is false. I have not. So what I do is I keep an eye on these sheriff call logs, because there was a woman named Priscilla who was willing to commit perjury in an effort to maliciously prosecute me. And since that happened, I am always watching the call logs. And when I see a street I recognize, I FOIA request it. I don't always know what I'm going to get, and there's been times where I've gotten things that, you know, didn't pertain to me or anything like that, or was the wrong house in general. I saw on April 27th, there was a call to the sheriff dispatch, a request to speak with a deputy. I thought it was going to be pertaining to me, so I FOIA requested it, but I was wrong, and it was a civil matter, as you could see. Susan was upset that I published this to social media, and what I'm going to do now is play the dispatch call for you guys.
Okay, petition, Jessica.
Yes, ma'am. So what I speak to is if someone has gotten or received, I guess FOIA requested a supposed event report and has shared it publicly with my name and insinuating it's about my husband that he left weeks ago, and there is a deputy, David Allison Jr., that apparently took the event report, and she shared this online, and it has stuff blacked out stating my husband left weeks ago. That was never part of the report.
Okay, let me have a deputy contact you. What's your name?
I do want to say that this part, and there's another part in here, are redactions done by dispatch, not by me. I'm not redacting anything.
And every time, I hesitate to do this, because if I call you guys, this woman listens to dispatch, and she gets reports and posts them just as soon as you see them on certain individuals. She's harassing and stalking, and there's no stop to this. I spoke to Lenny earlier this morning about the specific issue, and now this woman has this report that's been altered, and she's posted fake information out.
And what's the phone number? I'm going to have someone get in contact with you.
Thank you.
You're
All right. So I have 2 body cam videos to go over. One of them is like part 1, and the other one is a follow-up. I am going to just let these play because it's about 20 minutes of body cam footage, and I want to try and keep this video as short as possible. So let's go here.
Deputy Davis.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Well, I'm hanging in there.
Well, good.
You know, I know every time dispatch goes out, every time I talk to you guys, this lady grabs it. Because she is apparently obsessed with following and attacking people, and me all the time, every day. But she took an event report. And normally I ignore this woman because most of what she does and says is irrelevant. But this is involving my family. And she took an event report and claimed above it she's got stuff altered and blacked out and has posted it out on social media and claims that my husband left weeks ago. Now, when I made the call, I looked like a Deputy Allison. It was not a 911, like an emergency call. The landlord was here and wanted me to call and find out if a trespass thing could be served on these people. She has turned this into, I don't know, she had stuff circled in red. Nobody ever told this Deputy Allison that my husband left weeks ago. That was never said. I don't know how it got in this report, or she altered it. One of the two. But my husband is getting, he can prove that he did not leave weeks ago. None of this is true. But there's an altered Frederick County Sheriff's Office event report. And, what can be done here?
Wow, what kind of report was it?
She's got a Frederick County Sheriff's Office event report. And it has my address on it, has nature's request to speak or speak. He crosses out certain names. I don't know why. But it was, my landlord was sitting here.
When
he was wanting to know options on, as far as people trespassing on this property, right?
When did this happen? What was the date for that report?
4/27.
What was it?
4/27.
4/27. And that's when the report was...
1456.
Okay, just hold on a second.
And normally, like I say, I let this lady go, I ignore her. And because of my job, she thinks I'm a government official, which I am not. I'm a private citizen. However, the attacking me daily, and you can look on our page if somebody would ever take the time and see the daily attacks, whether it's me or the delegate or someone else. But this here, when she's dragging my family into it, I have children obviously on social media, having the children in college. This is, and my husband. I told him, I said, she's made up that you left weeks ago, and that I tried to trespass him and his family who's involved. That's sad. She says, I'll pray for them. And you should see the post prior to it.
Reify the caller, what you're spoken to.
There's something wrong with this lady, and especially with my family and me. I'm not sure. But I can't know.
Okay, everything's 10-4. It was an older male. He advised there's no more room in the car, so he hopped in the trunk.
I guess on this, I'm going to have to take legal action because someone has altered this. Whether it's her or this David Allison, somebody's altered it.
Okay, just hold on for me, okay?
Yes, sir.
And you said this happened on April 27th of this year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, we can prove
Was
that
it
weeks ago.
was it your address? Where'd this happen?
Yeah, this was my address where the phone call came in from, because this is where the landlord was sitting here.
72.
He's very old. He's
What-
almost
what-
90.
Okay, what was the address?
183 Sherwood Pine Springs.
Okay.
I can't find any more resources available.
And I did not have anyone come out. He wanted to know if a trespass could be served on certain people in my husband's family.
So did you? So what was the nature of that call? What happened with? Why was Deputy Allison brought out?
Okay, he didn't come here.
Oh, he just talked to you on the phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just accepted his answer. That's all. I just got the answer the landlord wanted, and then accepted that. Deputy Allison explained you would have to file a protective order against someone. I was like, oh no, that's not the case here. You know, there's nobody in fear of danger. And that was the simple call to try to find out information for the old
Hold on.
guy.
Can you hold on just a second? 3:15.
That subject called back.
Yeah, I'm on the phone with her right now.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, sorry about that. So I found that event. There was no report written. So you had him call in to ask if there could be a trespass issued for
Right.
the female that we're talking about now. That
He was wanting to know, my husband had left that week for Kentucky. The landlord was wanting to know, is he returning, or is he like on vacation, or did he actually leave? And I said, no. I said, yes, we have had trouble, but no, he is actually on vacation. He said, if he is coming back, fine. If not, he said, can you find out from them, can a no trespass, if you assume this property yourself, right? Can a no trespass be served on certain people? Because he said, I don't want just anybody coming in and out of here. And I said, I don't know how that works. So I called for him to find out.
Okay.
The thing with the whole 3 weeks, nobody ever told anybody that my husband left weeks ago. Because that never happened. Actually, my husband just commented on it and stated himself that I did not leave my household. Christina is something. He's saying all of Frederick County, Winchester, knows who she is and what she does. I pray that she becomes a good person, but I'm afraid praying might be too late. He's trying to say, like, he was weeks ago, and we didn't even know where we were.
All right. Did you tell Deputy Allison anything about money that he took?
Deputy Allison and I had a discussion, and as far as I know, and what I've been told, anything about money has been left out of this report.
Well, somebody must have told him, because that was also involved. So I don't know who else he would have talked to. I don't know if you told your landlord certain things, and then he talked to your landlord or not.
No, but this report here, this one she's got out, it says nothing about money, and I was also told this morning by the sheriff that the money issue was withheld.
Okay.
So,
I don't know what post you're referring to, or what report she posted. I don't know if we're looking at the same one then.
No, we're not, obviously. This one, I don't know how I can send it to you, but it says call reference number 313. It has an event ID on it.
What's the event ID number?
23-04-2700.
Okay, we're looking at the same one. What does yours say in the notes?
Down in the notes part, it just has civil matter, advised options. It has the date, unit, It has phone call, and then it has the date of the phone call. And it has her husband left weeks ago, and then there's a big part blacked out.
Okay.
I don't know what that says.
So that's what Sheriff must have told you. So whenever we have these events, people can FOIA them. They can like request.
Well, yeah, she's commenting it. Yeah.
Correct. However, I'm guessing certain things get blacked out because that's more personal information. So that's probably why there's blacked out portions of it. Did
you black it out, or did the police office department black it out?
I have no idea.
But who put in her husband last weeks ago? Because that was never told to the officers.
I don't know what information he obtained during your conversation, or if he called somebody else, or.
I mean, there was my dad and the landlord sitting here, and my husband, even himself was on here saying he never left weeks ago. So she can just, that this is also considered free speech, I suppose?
As far as what she's doing, posting on Facebook, you can...
And taking a report and using it to say that my husband left weeks ago.
I don't know... What do you mean by faking a report? Because she's not faking a report.
Well, the report itself is saying her husband left weeks ago. No one ever stated that.
I don't know what information was obtained during that conversation. I wasn't there.
I do, because I'm the one who spoke to him, and my dad was here, and so was the landlord.
Okay. Again, I wasn't there. I didn't hear the conversation.
Exactly, I understand.
If somebody told him that, or if that was maybe a misunderstanding, that could easily have happened. A lot of the
something's a misunderstanding.
Well, a lot of the times when we have conversations with people, a lot of information's getting shot out all at once, and a lot of the times it gets overlapped.
Well, and this happened once before over the phone with another report that she also took and posted. And there were things in it that was quoted, and then it ended up in the newspaper, something that a statement that I did not make. That's not how I made the statement about changing legislation. It was changing how the police department handles this woman who constantly harasses people and stalks your life. I mean, she has nothing else to do, I suppose.
Yeah.
But, there's so many entities that try to get help, and they can't call. Like this call me and you're having, what do you think's going to happen? Right? She's going to FOIA it, and she's going to edit it to how she wants it, and she's going to post it.
Okay, how about this? I will make a phone call to my supervisor. I'll see what he suggests. If he wants to talk to you, I will have him call you back. Especially if you're saying there's incorrect information in one of our events. I will contact him and I will see what he says. Okay. I'll give you a call back here in just a little bit.
Thank you very much for your help.
You're welcome. Bye.
Okay, so that was the first body cam video. We've got one more. The next one's about, 5 minutes long. So as you heard, a lot of allegations about me altering a document, which was untrue. Now, I commend this deputy for turning on his body cam. I've read the policy for the Sheriff's Department before, and I don't believe when they're doing a call for a request to speak to a deputy, that they actually have to turn their body cams on. But I think that they should, and I appreciate it when they do. I've made multiple FOIA requests and body cam footage doesn't exist in scenarios like this. I especially in this situation, we have an individual, Susan Shick, basically claiming that the other deputy didn't report accurately. And if there were body cam footage to exist of the initial discussion between he and Susan, it could have dispelled any, falsehoods in the matter. Having body cam footage doesn't just create a public record, but it has potential to protect the deputy. And again, this was, I know I already showed it, this was the event log that Susan claims I've altered, and I did nothing of the such. And this is the event log from this body cam footage here. I don't need to read it. You guys can pause it and read it yourself. Let's go into the second body cam.
Hello, this is Deputy Davis again.
Yes, sir.
So I talked to my supervisor. He suggested that the best way for this to play out is you get in contact with Deputy Allison again, just to clear that up, and to see where the miscommunication came from. And like I explained before, when information kind of starts getting shoved at us, especially over the phone, a lot of misunderstanding and miscommunication can happen. So if that's not accurate, you can talk to Deputy Allison about that. He works days. I'm not sure when he works next. However, if you called anywhere between 8 and 2 o'clock tomorrow and ask for him, he'll either be on duty or not, and then you can just kind of keep checking in. So if he's off, we usually have 4 days off in a row, so it all just depends on his schedule. As far as this female who's posting things on Facebook, who's foiling all of our event calls with you, that's going to be between you, her, and Facebook. If you, I don't know if you reported her already or not. I would contact Facebook and okay. I would contact Facebook and see if there's anything they can help you with. Like you said before, she can post whatever she wants on her own Facebook page, as long as it's not breaking any other laws. But as far as her just posting her thoughts,
there's free speech and then there's an infringement, and slander, defamation of character, those things. And that's exactly what she crossed the line into.
Well, I'm personally not aware of any code sections that we can help you out with that would fall under.
I understand that.
However, I mean, and that doesn't necessarily mean there isn't one. I
do have a Virginia code from an attorney that was gave to me for online harassment. And I do have a folder full of things that I have not taken yet to the proper magistrate, because there's a young fellow that works down there who is not, I don't know. But there's other more experienced ones, I believe. I do have the Virginia code that was given to me by an attorney for online harassment.
Okay. So
there is a code for it, and there's definitely posts that she has made that cross the line.
Okay. Well, if that's how you feel, and you believe you have enough to obtain that charge, then you are more than welcome to go to the magistrate, obviously, and try to obtain that charge on her. That you would just have to fill out your criminal complaint with what probable cause you have, and if the magistrate deems there enough probable cause to issue it, then they'll issue it, and then we'll just serve it, and then you guys will go to court for it. But as far as what I can do to help you out today, the most I can do is just advise you to talk to Deputy Allison. I don't want to speak for him. That's not proper either. I'm in no position.
So when will he be back?
What was that?
When will he be back?
I'm not too sure. We don't give out schedules for other deputies over the phone. That's, just for security purposes. But like I said, call in tomorrow during the day, anywhere between 8 and 2-ish, a little bit before that. If you call in the morning, ask for Deputy Allison. If he's on duty, they'll patch you. If not, they'll just tell you he's not on duty, and then just keep trying periodically every other day or so. I'm not too sure of his schedule, but that'd be my advice to you, okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Not a problem. You have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Okay, so that was all the body cam footage I have. I will say this deputy was very professional. I love seeing that. I mean, I really haven't had many instances at all. Like, I can think of one minor scenario that wasn't the greatest with the sheriff's department, but it was like a no harm, no foul. Like, overall, for the most part, I mean, I can't speak for every scenario, but at least the scenarios that I've experienced, I think that our sheriff's department is great. They have not violated my rights for the most part. Like, there was one little minor issue, but, you know, I still have a lot of respect for that deputy, no big deal. So Susan says there's a difference between free speech and then an infringement. You know, I think that I have a very good grasp on what is protected speech and then what is unprotected speech. And she speaks of slander and then defamation of character. I mean, I've never slandered this woman, but alleging that I'm harassing, stalking, slandering, like we're talking about alleging I'm engaging in criminal activity. Now that is going into defamation per se. I've never defamed her character. No, I get it. Like, my posts, my free speech can offend people, but that's also, I mean, that's protected speech. You know, I feel like a lot of people don't understand just how far free speech actually goes. You know, I'm posting things onto my Facebook. I'm not tagging people. I'm not sending it to them. They don't have to subject themselves to my offensive free speech. But if they're going out of their way to come to my pages, my social media, and see it and then get offended by it, well, I'm sorry, I cannot control that. That they should change the channel. Go to someone else's. Go to Joel Osteen's Facebook profile. Like, I don't know. Don't come to mine. Susan goes on to say that an attorney, I think I know who, gave her a Virginia code section for online harassment. And I'm going to tell you, I'm fully aware of this code section. I don't believe that applies. Now, she's more than welcome to go to the magistrate and do what she needs to do. I don't think she's going to be successful, and she kind of alludes to maybe have already gone to the magistrate once before. She says something about, like, she wants to go to the proper magistrate because she dealt with, I guess, a young fellow, and then she wants to try a more experienced magistrate, which is kind of crazy that she would say that. Lots of finger pointing from her, whether it be the sheriff's deputies or the magistrate or even me. But, you know, it's unfortunate that she's carrying on this way. I'm invested in what my government is doing, and whether she likes to admit it or not, she is absolutely a government employee. And I don't think what she's doing is proper or legal, considering she's violated my civil rights. So I will leave it at that. We'll see what happens from here. Hopefully nothing, but I will be keeping an eye on the sheriff's call logs just in case. So